Hi, and welcome to Sage-Based Wisdom. I'm Jana Schmieding,
I'm Brian Bahe.
and we are podcasting to you from the sacred homelands of Coachella Valley.
Today, we'll be giving you, our listeners, some advice cultivated indigenously from our backgrounds in heirloom tomatoes
and canvas bags. If you're a frequent listener and want even more of us in your life, consider becoming an official Wise Ass member by going to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com. It's gonna be great. You won't regret it. It's a little bit of money well spent. Promise. And that's our intro, Bri. We don't have any guests because we're truly so tapped.
We're no guests.
We're in our
but
menage.
We're rich in life.
Menage a trois. We're in our menage a trois. Our menage a trois era. You just
menage a ma.
Us two and you, listener. How's it going, Bri? I wanted to say something based on our last conversation, and now I can't remember what it was. Oh, I remember what it is. Brian. First of all, in 1 minute, I'm going to have to step away really quick and pull a pizza out of the oven because I'm making a cauliflower crust frozen pizza for myself to see if my guts will handle it.
I like that.
The most important thing I wanted to tell you, though, is that this is sort of some top secret information. Remember when
you're pregnant?
Even if I let Steve spray jizz inside of me for weeks on end, I doubt it would happen. I feel like my uterus is like a collapsed raisin. It's a prune in there at this point. There's no coming in or going out. Nothing coming in or going out. I believe this is a hot tip to anyone who is into heated rivalry, hockey, and Native people. Remember when I was in that hockey movie and I recorded it last year around this time?
Yeah.
Hold on, I gotta pull the pizza out.
Cliffhanger. My predictions for what Jana is going to say is that there's a native character in season 2 of Heated Rivalry, or there's going to be a native version of Heated Rivalry.
Wait, Heated Rivalry is going to have a season 2?
Yes.
Is that true?
So this is interesting because last night after our show at the Chapter House, I did a Heated Rivalry themed comedy show. And it was just like the audience was 100 straight women that were horny for the two main characters. And anytime you just like showed a photo of one of the characters, they just like screamed. And
there were 0 gay men. Basically. That's so funny.
I think there was like maybe 4 gay men. It was hard to tell, but it was mostly straight women, some lesbians, and all that is to say that like the people who hosted the show are like super fans of Heated Rivalry.
It's crazy how even lesbians are into gay men. Like there's very few people out there who are true misandrists, which are like women who can't fucking stand men.
I think it is just like it. The reason I think women find it so appealing is because it's 2 parts. It's one, it's a true depiction of love, like a depiction of true love. I think that's kind of like what is really interesting about it. And then 2, I'm gonna try to get this is based on a TikTok comment I saw.
Okay.
It's that, or this I think applies to straight people in general.
Okay.
Which is that the show is interesting to them because this is the first time that they're seeing a man be the object of affection of another man before. And that's kind of like never really, I mean, it's been done, but not in like as good a way, I think. It's like you're seeing a man choose a man, and you're seeing the man who's chosen be like the man who's chosen. And it's like it's just really, it's just like such a different perspective, and it does such a good job of humanizing what two straight people, what gay relationships are.
Totally. And I will say that isn't, a lot of people have been saying, again, haven't seen Heated Rivalry yet, but that a lot of the story and the love story and the sex scenes are very feminized in that they're like almost like a feminist point of view as opposed to a, you know the masculine, the what we would consider like the patriarchal view, which is like, yeah, like what most porn is essentially, like,
Right.
just like really not about pleasure, not really about love or affection. There's really no
Yeah.
care. We're not focusing on their faces at all. Like we're just looking at dicks, and whatever. And that's like, that certainly exists for a reason. But masculinity is a cage.
Masculinity is a cage. And I think also, this is something that I saw the showrunner say in an interview, I think, was that there's like a big moment in the show where it's like there's a big kiss moment. And that moment, I think, is like kind of the moment of the show. Like a lot of things come together at that moment, and it's like very like impactful. And he was basically saying he on purpose made that moment such a big moment because in gay film, TV, whatever, there's never been like that
The
like
kiss.
Love Actually moment, or like the people, like the big kiss moment, that doesn't really
Yep.
exist. So he wanted to make that
Yep. That's what Sierra invented for Rutherford Falls,
the native
the
moment.
native kiss moment.
Yes.
Um, because it had never been done before. The thing that I wanted to say about my news is that I believe the hockey movie, which is gonna be fucking good. I've seen a little bit of it because I went in
I
and
love
did
it.
ADR, which is like doing voice, over the footage for any lines that kind of got lost. And I saw some clips of it, and it looks fucking great. It's gonna be a classic. It's gonna be a cult classic, a sports classic.
This is huge too because hockey itself is having a moment.
Uh-huh.
Does it have a name? I forget.
Um, I don't know if it's the official name yet, but so I don't want to say anything because I know a lot of native folks listen to this pod. Um, but
Float Floats with ice.
oh, that's a good guess. I am not gonna tell it because now I'm thinking of it and I'm like, I don't want to like spill the
Yeah,
tea about it until the producers get to. But I'm excited that it's
that's
coming
great.
out.
Did you ice skate in it?
No. I
Oh.
stand on some ice. I spent a lot of time at the hockey rinks.
Damn, that's like
I was just talking about heated rivalry so much in the last episode. I was like, God damn! Like, I think I'm gonna
you
be.
also better watch it
I,
for the
I
press because the
know.
press is
I
gonna
know.
gonna want to make some comparisons or
It's
just want to hear your
it's
opinions.
true. I do think I need to sort of be able to answer any heated rivalry questions. Although there's not really anything gay about this movie that I know of. It's very native and hockey-ish. It's gonna be great.
Um, uh, how is your relationship with Canada?
Great. I love
That's
Canada,
good.
and uh, I
Have you been to Toronto? I've never been, and I want to
I think
go.
I've been a couple times for like the improv festival. But I haven't spent a ton of time there, so I haven't really. I've spent time in a little bit of time in Montreal. and a little bit of time in Vancouver, and now because of the movies, a little bit of time in Edmonton and the surrounding Cree reservations.
I mean, I love Canada. My stand-up doesn't do great there.
Interesting. Well, what I
They like don't get what I'm trying to talk about. I'm almost
body
too LA. No,
is it? Are you too
L-
like graphic? What is the vibe?
I'm too LA.
What is so LA about your stand up? I don't know. I don't get it.
I'm talking about like
I talk about
high
grinder,
tops.
high tops. Yeah, yeah, yeah. If you're telling jokes about high tops, then yeah, that's a little too LA.
Maybe I was like this is the hard part about being on tour sometimes is that you kind of you sometimes your stuff just does not connect with people
Yeah,
and you're like, well, I don't know what you want me to do. Live here for 6 months?
yeah.
Like
That would be an interesting. This is why I want to have like Beth Stelling on the podcast, because I'm really interested in hearing from stand-up comedians. Like, how do you go on the road? Like, how do you play to a crowd in Utah?
yeah. In Atlanta, look, I loved being in Atlanta. I did a show there, started at 9. I didn't go on stage until 11. And I did and I was supposed to do 30 minutes.
Oh,
And it was cool, but like you could just tell that the people who like had stayed were just like so hanging on by a thread. And to
why?
do
Why
30
did it
minutes of stand
take
up,
that long?
I have no idea.
I would be if I
And
were
then
you. I'd
to
be fucking pissed.
I was grateful for the opportunity. But I was just like, why to do 30 minutes of stand up to a room that like wants to leave was
Yeah,
crazy. And you did just like have to barrel through everything.
and you kind
And
of at that point, it's like, well, I don't even care what's funny and not and what's getting laughs and what's not getting laughs because fuck, it's
yeah,
like
I
I
was
just need to get this over
exhausted.
with.
Yeah, I could barely think because I was just so tired.
Jesus Christ.
And I was like the only thing to really get any reaction out of them was kind of just like to local references.
What local references did you have for Atlanta? Like where
I mean,
you
I
ate?
didn't. I didn't have any,
Oh.
but other people did. And I was like, oh no, I don't have any local references. This is going to be
Oh
bad.
God. Yeah, I guess I do when I see people's clips from out of town. It'll be like, you guys have a Raising Canes. You know what's funny about Raising Canes? I don't know.
More like raising hell in my guts.
Speaking of raising hell, you know how I just made a pizza that I pulled out of the oven and I don't think I'm going to be able to eat it, and I had cinnamon toast crunch earlier because I was like, I can eat finally. Um I do need to take a quick break.
Okay.
BRB.
Okay.
And I am going to mute it. And then we'll clip the
Okay.
we'll clip this part out. Hold on.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. So sorry about that interruption, everyone. But I'm getting over food poisoning, and you gotta be safe. You gotta be diligent when you're recovering from any kind of stomach issue. You got to stay close to a bathroom, and you got to really take care of your body in these
Mm-hmm.
times. I'm seeing
Mm-hmm.
you drink a delicious iced coffee out of a tumbler right now, and I'm like, oh, that looks so good. But I haven't had coffee in two days now, and I haven't
Oh
had any
my!
caffeine in 2 days.
I'm one of those people that's like, even when my stomach is truly giving me issues, and as you know, in the past year, I've had a lot of stomach issues. They're always like, no caffeine, no alcohol, and I'm like, yeah, right.
Brian,
Who are we kidding?
you your body is crying out for a cleanse. Can you imagine just you are like a man in his 30s playing games with your body like it's still in its 20s. Cuz I used to do that shit too. Like in college and in my 20s I'd be like, "Oh fuck, I'm fucking sick. Oh well." Smoking weed, drinking, I don't give a shit. Like if it disturbs my medication, who gives a shit?
This is also what being on vacation for 3 weeks, traveling Atlanta, New York, Fort Lauderdale. I know I was like, I'm done smoking forever, but I started when I'm on vacation, I'm
Baby,
like actually like I'm smoking.
listen. It's taking a lot of willpower for me just not to be smoking cigarettes constantly these days. I'm smoking weed
My
like they are cigarettes. I'm high all day if I can be. Uh
just there's something about a fucking cigarette
oh
when
god.
you're like when you're just out is so nice. And who's that guy, David Carr, like the New York Times reporter who like infamously was addicted to cigarettes and wrote a book about how he broke his cigarette addiction after like trying every method. He like none of them worked except, and then he like found out something that worked.
What
I think
worked?
the big takeaway, if I'm remembering correctly, is that it's all about environment. So it's like if you are smoking at outside your home, suddenly outside your home is going to make you want to smoke even if you're
Fuck.
trying to stop.
Totally.
And so the only thing you can really do is move.
No, that's
And
true. I think
so
that's true for any kind of addiction.
it's very like anything that like any place that you associate with smoking a cigarette is always going to make you want to smoke a cigarette.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, okay, cool. If I just like don't smoke when I'm home,
Wait,
then maybe
by
I'm
home
good.
you mean at your apartment or in LA?
In LA.
Oh, so it's only kind of when you're on the road. That's like your special smoking time.
Yes.
I
I
love
think that's
this
going to be my
hack.
special smoking time.
I love that hack. I couldn't be me, but for you, I love it. And actually it's making me think that my addiction to baked goods and baking them is never going to go away because try to find me in a place that doesn't have a kitchen. A
Yeah,
hotel.
that's every okay.
It would take a
So you
hotel.
only live in
Yeah.
hotels. But then I can see you going into like they're knocking on their door and be like the hotel's kitchen door and being like, "Hey, what's going
Well,
on
you know
here?"
what I love about a nice hotel is that a lot of times they have baked goods on the menu. So I'll just stop cooking them and start eating them.
DoubleTree, their
Ugh,
cookie when you check in.
maybe.
I'll take a free
I guess the
cookie.
DoubleTree does have a good cookie, but like I'm talking about yeah, I guess if I do like almost a motel, it would take a motel life for me to stop my baked goods addiction.
I feel like if you're in a motel life, that would start other
Yeah,
addictions.
I'm moving on to a meth addiction at that point. And I'm wearing this very hat that I'm wearing on the pod. This is my this
Wait, what does it
it
say? I
says
can't
Four
see.
Sisters. I got it from
Okay.
the organization NACD called Native American
Christian.
Center. Native American I fucking kid. Development Initiative. Native American NACD.
Christian Development
No,
Initiative.
it's not Christian, Brian. Native American Community Development Institute.
Okay.
NACD. They're in Minneapolis. They brought us gifts from last night for the show. So this is one of the gifts. Four sisters. I'm a trucker. Bri, are you ready to watch a little thing on my Instagram reels?
Yes.
Some advice. Okay, here we go. Oh, I gotta be ready to pause it because it always does this. Here we go. Woo-woo stuff.
And
But she swears
y'all
by.
did not disappoint. Y'all did not disappoint. So I wrote down some of my favorite ones to share with the class. Okay. The first one is Ring My Bell by Anita Ward. Apparently that song, the frequencies of that song has something in it, and it just rains abundance on you, okay? The second one is saying, I can't wait to see why this didn't work out. Anytime something doesn't go the way that you thought it would or thought it should. Number 3, creating a list in your notes app called Good Things Are Always Happening to Me, and constantly putting things in there that are good that are happening to you, and then just scrolling through when you need a little pick me up. Number 4, Etsy witches. Y'all swear by Etsy witches, and I need to know which ones are good, so leave that down there. Number 5, speaking affirmations into your food, water, plants, self, etc. Number 6, making your passwords affirmations. Genius. That's fucking genius. Number 7, referring to God, universe, source as Gus to make it feel like you're talking to a friend. Genius. Number 8, pleasure practice, stimming the bean in a meditative state. I'm just saying, it'll change your life. Number 9, wearing magnets. Yup. And number 10, and one of my favorites, is anytime you have a negative thought, plucking it from your brain and throwing it as far away as possible. Anyways, I have literally like 300 more of these, so if you want more, let me know. Love you. Bye!
I feel like she lost steam pretty quickly. What?
It was basically woo-woo things that that work, that actually work. And she was crowdsourcing.
Magnets? That seems like a recipe for disaster.
Why would magnets do anything?
I think it's like very literal of like, it will attract. But bitch, magnets also repel.
Hello, have you heard of science?
And she's probably like, well, maybe it repels bad things. Maybe it's going to repel good things.
Maybe it repels the love of my life.
Careful.
I'm Brian Bahe, and I'm texting with somebody every day.
We're still talking about
no. Bri, here's one that I think that we should put into our phones. Okay. Tell me how you think. Tell me what you think about this. What if we put in our phones right now, we start the list, good things that have happened to me?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, yeah.
I'm just thinking of, I mean, here's where I'm at in life. Based on me crying to several TikTok videos this morning, I'm in a very grateful state.
Let's capitalize on it.
So I'm almost like walking out the door. That's going in the list. My car starts.
No, I mean, well, sure. I think at some points the car starting could be one.
Made it out the gate, and the gate didn't hit the truck on the way out. That grateful for that.
Didn't swipe several cars as I drove down a sharp alley in Silver Lake.
This is terrible, but I was like really frustrated. I was in some parking garage yesterday, and they like didn't make it clear that one of the exits out of the parking garage was closed. So I exited exited out of where people would enter the parking garage, and I had to do it very quickly in case somebody came. But as I was like speeding out of the parking garage,
Oh, God.
I like almost somebody
Brian.
on their bike.
Oh, Brian! This is why you.
And I stopped. Nothing. There was no. It was not anywhere near me hitting anybody, but they were like, ah. And to hear them just like scream through like the car was, I don't know.
I've done that
Maybe
before.
cut that out.
No. No. One time I was driving my car, and this was in high school, but I still remember it very vividly. And I was driving down like a residential road. It was like a big neighborhood, and so a family of people, like a mom and a dad and like two kids, all on their bikes, were like walking their bike and crossing the street, like the kind of like jaywalking, just like in the middle of a residential street. It was a neighborhood, so like of course you can do that. And I was smoking a joint in this car and waiting for them to cross the street, and I go, will you hurry the fuck up, so loud. And I realized they all turned and looked at me, and my window was open, wide open. I was like, sorry. Oh my God, I felt so fucking bad. But then I just had to like zoom past them and then go away because I was like, I don't know what to do right now.
That's so funny.
I'm a piece of shit.
Are you a big road rage person?
No, I'm not. I've
Yeah, me
never
neither.
I've never been like struck with the need, and also it very much annoys me when I'm in a car with somebody who has incessant road rage. Like I can't vibe with that. I can't be that stressed out about driving.
Yeah, not at all.
It's
I've
already
never.
just fucking stressful. Like
One time I went to go see a movie by myself, and as I was leaving the
something
movie
I love to
theater-
do often.
As I was leaving the movie theater, I was like a few blocks away from the movie theater. It was in a part of town that I had never been to before, so it was very unfamiliar. And I did not realize that I was approaching a 4-way stop intersection. I thought it was a 2-way stop intersection, and that my lane, the way I was going, did not have a stop sign. So I just like kept going, and there was this car also going, and we didn't even get really close, but like it was close enough that we both stopped at the same time. And then the guy jumps out of his car and he starts like walking towards my car. And I was like, what's going on? And then he just like starts like hitting my car and I'm like, what? And then he tries to like break off the rear view mirror.
Oh no.
And he's like yanking it, and it like won't move.
What were you doing?
I'm like laughing. No.
You were laughing?
I was just watching him. I was watching him because I was like, how far is this gonna go? I think I was like a little bit in shock because I was just like, is this actually happening?
And
like,
what am I to do
motherfucker?
right now about this?
Yeah. And then he eventually like stopped yanking the thing and like stepped away from the car for like a second, and then I just drove off. And then I was like, oh my God, is he gonna follow me? And I don't think he did, but I just like kind of like zigzagged around so he, like, in case he was following me. And then I went home and I was like, that was so crazy.
That's intense.
Like to have that type of reaction is insane.
Everybody calm down. I mean, I get it. Like we're all going through our days. It's tough. It's a tough time, and you know, shit is stressful. But is that gonna? I feel the same way about road rage that I feel about when you lay on your horn. Is the length of the horn that you're honking really gonna make that much of a difference? We get it. You're fucking pissed, dude. Like, cool.
Sometimes I do like to honk because I think it's funny.
Well, honking I think is a good tool, but being like honk, like people do that in New York all the time, and it's like, guy, what is the point? We can't move.
Exactly.
I was gonna to give another road rage. Oh, I was gonna say one time I got flipped off by a man who like cut me off, and I think I was doing something like I didn't let him merge, or like I it wasn't purposeful, but so I didn't expect to get flipped off, and he like merged into the lane and then made it a point to like either catch up with me or slow down to catch up with me, and then like turn to me and like fucking flip me off really intensely. And he was like, fuck you, you stupid bitch. I could see in his mouth, fuck you, you stupid bitch. And then he drove off really fast. And I was like, sad.
Sad for him, or just
sad for me.
that
I
happened?
felt bad that I had done something. I was like, what did I do? I felt sad. I was like, I felt bad for pissing him off. That's the kind of
crazy.
fucking pussy I am. I'm feeling bad for the road ragers.
No.
Maybe it's
you
my
can't.
fault.
You really can't.
Yeah, I know. I'm working on it in therapy. Okay, Bri, I just added one thing to my list of good things happened to me from the woo-woo Instagram. Last night, after a comedy show, one of the organizers from one of the Minneapolis crews asked me if I ever am I ever going to tour, do a comedy tour. And I said, I don't think so. I don't have one planned. And she was like, oh, I think you really should. And that's,
so now it's in the air.
I mean, it was just nice to hear that somebody might like that.
Would you ever want to do a comedy tour?
In theory, yes. It's the preparing for the comedy tour that really gives me hives. It's the lead up to the actual tour. You know what I'm saying? I would need a lot of time on my hands that I knew was like blocked out, and help from other comedians like yourself.
So it's like you to develop the material to go on tour.
I would need to develop a lot of material, and I would also need to like actually execute the tour, which is itself its own thing, you know?
I honestly think that that's very doable, and it doesn't need to be immediate. I think it's like maybe it's my special vibes where it's like a year from now you have enough material to do a tour.
Yeah. Yeah, if I really commit to it, I know I could do it. It's just the commitment that is tough. Because I have a lot of different what is it called? In the fire? Pokers in the fire? Irons in the fire. Pokers. A lot of different pokers in the fire. And
a lot of sticks with marshmallows.
Yeah, a lot of sort of like hot dogs being roasted over a fire right now. And it's kind of like I would need to set aside some real time. And you know, I'm a woman in her 40s, and getting out and going to do mics and going to do shows, and you know, like it's a lot, as you know.
It's not for here is something that I've realized about myself. I feel like being in New York, I feel like I followed the trajectory of like stand-ups like a generation ahead of me and like the generation ahead of them. And there was like a very like you start in Chicago, you move to New York, you move to LA, you get a writing job, and it was always like I feel like for a lot of them, a lot of the stand-ups and comedians that I really liked, it's the moving to LA, getting a writing job. They sometimes would just do that. Like it's very easy to almost like once you get a good job, you're almost like, why am I doing stand-up? And I was like, I can't believe they would do that.
Right.
Because they were so funny.
Yeah.
And then now I was, not anymore. I was like, I totally understand.
Right.
Because then it's just, you know.
Yeah, you can live.
Nice.
You can live easy for a little while.
But I'm, you know, not anymore. I'm back.
Yeah, I think
I'm locked in.
Here's what I want to say about that is stand-ups are stand-ups. Like stand-up is its own thing. It's its own kind of comedy. It's its own development process. And I didn't start as a stand-up. I did very little stand-up in New York. Like my early comedy days was mostly sketch comedy and improv. But but a lot of writing characters and scenes and not necessarily writing authentic jokes for myself. And I feel like I came to that later. And so that skill feels really underdeveloped for me. And I know how I learn best is just being explained to by somebody and then like just trying it and trying it and trying it. I'm also like, I love writing. I love writing episodes of television. I like writing sketches. I like the writing process. I don't find a ton of joy in writing stand up for myself. It's not my favorite kind of writing. I like performing, but I wish that it was just like, I wish that somebody would write it for me.
That's, I
I
mean,
mean,
yeah,
but
that's the
that's
dream.
not, yeah, but that would not happen. Like that, I'm not, I guess like my dedication is elsewhere, if that makes sense, you know.
Totally. I get that.
And for that reason, I don't want to like tour, just kind of like be like, all right, well, I'm going on tour, because I'm a bit of a fucking perfectionist where I like, if I'm gonna put something up, it needs to be fucking good. I really do not like putting up shit that's shitty. I don't like going live in front of people. Like last night was a little bit of a nightmare for me because I was struggies and having to host a comedy show like in a state of like feeling really really sick and not funny was tough. I like
Yeah.
don't like that feeling. But I knew that it was going to be a great show because of who I had put on the lineup, so I was like, it's going to be fine, just like don't push it, you know, whatever. So I feel like my talents are better used not touring, and I don't want to take up, it's the same reason like how like I've made out with women in my life, but I don't want to identify as LGBTQ. Like I don't need that. Like you know, I don't want to take up space in a place that like I can't handle that. I'm not like doing the work, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I get it.
And I really think when people do the work to be good at stand up, it's like they make it look easy. They make it look like anybody who's funny can just get up there and fucking tell jokes, and like you don't see all the years and days and fucking nights that you're sacrificing sleep and going out and, you know, doing shows to just get the reps in. But also, so what you're seeing is like a very refined, practiced jokes that have been repeated and tried and, you know, adjusted over time. I'm such a dumb fuck that like I will just like every time I do stand up, quote unquote, when I do stand up, I just like do a bunch of shit that I haven't done before because I'm like, I gotta do a show tonight, so I'm gonna like slap some shit on some paper, you know. Like I used to, I don't know, I just have never gotten into a good habit.
It's
It's a
yeah.
it's
Like
a
it's like a
habit.
thing.
Yeah, it's a practice. But it was kind to hear somebody say you should go on tour or you should do a tour. That to me is like,
That's really cool.
that's nice.
It's really cool. Should we?
Yes, we should
listen to advice.
Here we go. Oops.
Pointedly was like, he's 46.
Hold on.
Okay, I have this hot coworker who is really cagey about their age, to the point that everyone in the office is like increasingly trying to find ways to figure it out. And he just like won't say what his age is, which I think we probably should just like respect and leave alone, but that's not what we're doing. Everyone sort of assumes that he's in his 30s, but one coworker I was talking to brought this up. I wasn't even talking about it, just like brought it up and pointedly was like, he's 46. So I guess I'm not really seeking advice, but I'd like to know, what do we think that's about?
I love this. A hot coworker. I'm immediately on board.
Totally. And somebody who's being cagey about their age. Yes, baby. Yes.
This is so I mean, I feel like the answer is so simple. You find out their LinkedIn, and then you look when they graduated from college, and then you go just backwards from there.
Well, and
if they don't have a LinkedIn,
yeah, because sometimes a
they
lot
don't
of
have a LinkedIn, you just go to their social media. If you scroll back far enough, sometimes they do have like
a
pics
birthday
of them
post,
graduating college, a birthday post, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And then
I'm assuming they've tried to
just listen
Google
for details.
Yeah, you could be like, "Oh my gosh," you could be having a conversation and you could be like, "Well, my parents are sort of, getting older. They're in their 60s, like I don't know. I'm trying to think of like ways to like but they had
just in person be like, "What's my 10-year reunion's coming up? Did you go to yours already?"
Ooh, that's a good one. Did you go to yours already?
What was it like? Should I go? Oh, you haven't gone yet. Oh. When will you go?
When will that be?
Oh, you didn't go to high school.
Oh.
What about 8th grade?
What year did you graduate high school? Graduating high school is a great tell.
Yeah, unless they got held back.
Because I graduated in the smoke-free class of 2000, baby.
I was 2006.
Oh my god. That's a year after I graduated from college.
2006, baby. Fighting Broncos.
Mine was the Canby Cougars. Rare Cougars. This is before like the Cougar was a thing.
Cougar Town.
Yeah, Cougar Town was not a show yet when I graduated. I love the mystery of having to solve it with the coworkers. But here's what I want to say. Also, at a certain point, now that I am in my 40s and I look around at people, like I look at Brian Bahe sometimes and I'm like, oh, he's 28. He's 30. He's 31 at best, knowing his maturity level.
What's crazy is like I hate it when people are like, I don't feel my age, but I literally am like, I kind of don't know. I kind of feel, I don't know,
timeless, ageless.
I feel timeless. Just kidding. That's so annoying to say.
I feel timeless.
I don't know, but also I don't know what each age is supposed to feel like.
I don't either, because
it's relative.
It really is. Age ain't nothing but a number, and it couldn't be more true. And we always say that the older you get, you're always like, yeah, age ain't nothing but a number. But it's true. I really can't tell. When I look at people, I'm like, I can't fucking tell. Sometimes I see a person in their 20s and I'm like, that bitch looks old as hell. Sometimes I see a person in their 40s and I'm like, oh my God, you're still in your 30s.
Yes. I think maybe the fascination with this person's age is it's more this person is cagey in general. A hot cagey person, it's kind of just like you want to know more.
Yeah, maybe
if they're kind of not giving you anything, it's like, well, give us something.
Maybe they're asexual.
Interesting. What's that coming from? Based on what?
They're cagey because everybody's like, how old is this person? And this person is like, I don't want to tell anybody my age because I don't want to fuck anybody. I don't fucking care.
Or ripped from the headlines, maybe they're gay but they're not out yet.
Exactly. That's why I was saying asexual is kind of like the secret, the hidden sexuality. Now it's like, being gay isn't that taboo anymore.
I feel like, well, I went on a date in Phoenix with somebody when I was there. Did I already say this?
Yes.
And then on the date he told me he's not out yet.
Insane. In Phoenix, no less. I mean, I get it. Like, listen, everybody has their own thing, but that might be it. It might be a caginess that is not necessarily about age, but like lifestyle, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe he's into bimbofication like Brian Noam.
Our greatest. We need to get him on the pod.
God, I wish.
Would that be crazy if would you have him on the pod?
Absolutely, Brian. I would fucking pay him money to be on the pod. Not a lot.
I think we can get him.
I don't think so. I think it's I've thought about this, because if he could be on a podcast, you know, he'd be going on like, I don't fucking know. Yeah, Las Culturistas, or like Trixie and Katya, you know, like he'd be going on like The Bulwark or some political podcast or some shit. You know, it's like I don't know. I think they're trying to
Martini Shot with whatever that podcast is called.
Oh my God. But if anybody of any level of like, also we're Indian, so we gotta know that the Noam family through and through, Christie's lineage and Brian's lineage, they are fucking prairie schooner colonists. They are like Indian killers from the early settlement days. So I'm not trying to like, you know, fuck with that.
Yuck our yum.
Yeah. So I don't know. I wish we could. I have some questions, man. I am dying to know.
Let's hear what those questions are in our wise ass portion.
That's right.
Of the show.
That's right. We got to go to our wise ass portion of the show. If you are a wise ass, you could be listening to all the questions I have for Brian. And Bri, is there anything you want to plug? I have
a show at the Hollywood Improv.
What's the date for that?
On May 13th.
Amazing.
May 13th, Hollywood Improv.
We have Netflix as a Joke this week at the Chapter House, so please come and check that out. May 6th.
May 6th.
We're going to be giving some native stand-up realness. And
wait, how is that going to work? Because I'm supposed to teach my class at that same day.
Yeah, we're going to have you teach your class earlier or something.
Okay.
We talked about that, but then
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out.
How about the class is coming to the show?
Absolutely.
And they
better.
For free. They have to.
Or else I fail them.
Yeah, that's the mandate. I mean, that's what UCB does. You have to go see an improv show every week when you're in.
I know. I thought about doing that, but then I was like, maybe a little bit. Our homework is just to do something else, to watch an online stand-up clip.
All right. That's all the time we have for today. We hope our wisdom made your life better, but we will not be issuing you refunds if it didn't.
If you or anyone you know needs advice, has a question for us, or just wants to chat about something, leave us a message. There's 3 ways to do that. You can find them in the show notes, and we'll give you our smudgiest, sagest, solicited advice.
As always, we'd love for you to follow us wherever you listen to podcasts and on YouTube. And again, support our work by becoming an official Wise Ass and follow us into the next 10 to 50 minutes as we chat about more deep, juicy shit. Go to sagebasedwisdom.supercast.com. Thank you for tuning in.
Hagone.
Doksha ake.